A devastating crash caused by an illegal migrant driver performing a dangerous U-turn has tragically claimed the lives of 3 innocent people. This shocking incident has ignited fierce debate across the country, raising urgent questions about driver licensing policies, immigration enforcement, and public safety. How could someone with questionable legal status be allowed to operate a large commercial vehicle, traveling across states, and ultimately cause such a heartbreaking loss? The answers lie in a complex web of state policies, federal immigration laws, and employer responsibilities, all of which are now under intense scrutiny. The incident unfolded when the driver, reportedly an undocumented immigrant, executed a reckless U-turn that resulted in a fatal crash killing 3 individuals. The footage of the crash quickly circulated online, sparking outrage and disbelief. Many viewers expressed horror at the driver's apparent lack of remorse and questioned how he was able to obtain a commercial driver's license, CDL, in California, a state known for issuing licenses to undocumented immigrants under certain conditions. The driver's ability to legally operate a large truck and travel from California to Florida without apparent checks has become a focal point of criticism. California's policy of issuing driver's licenses to undocumented immigrants is intended to improve road safety by ensuring that all drivers are tested, licensed, and insured. However, critics argue that this policy can have dangerous consequences if proper vetting and training are not enforced. The driver's actions have been described as reckless and deliberate, with some witnesses suggesting he looked in the mirror before making the fatal U-turn. This has intensified calls for accountability not only for the driver but also for the state officials who issued the license and the company that employed him. The political fallout has been swift and severe. Many commentators blame California's licensing policies and broader federal immigration approaches under recent administrations for enabling such tragedies. Some have called for criminal charges against Governor Gavin Newsom and other officials, accusing them of negligence or even homicide for allowing the driver to be licensed. Others emphasize the employer's responsibility, arguing that companies must be held liable for negligent hiring practices that put public safety at risk. Social media reactions reveal a deeply divided public. Many users express anger and frustration, demanding deportation and stricter immigration enforcement. Others focus on the preventability of the crash, highlighting systemic failures in licensing and oversight. Some comments reflect broader anti-immigration sentiments, while a few acknowledge the complexity of the driver's legal status, including possible asylum claims or work permits. The debate underscores the tension between public safety concerns and the humanitarian aspects of immigration policy. This tragic event also raises important questions about the role of employers in ensuring that their drivers are properly licensed and trained. Commercial trucking companies are legally required to verify the credentials of their drivers and comply with safety regulations. Failure to do so can result in severe legal consequences, especially when accidents cause loss of life. The company that hired the driver is now under scrutiny for potentially negligent hiring practices, which could lead to civil or criminal liability. Beyond the immediate legal and political ramifications, this crash highlights the broader challenges facing the United States in balancing immigration policy, public safety, and economic needs. The trucking industry relies heavily on drivers, and labor shortages have led some companies to hire workers with complex immigration statuses. Meanwhile, states like California have adopted progressive licensing policies aimed at reducing unlicensed driving and improving road safety. Yet, incidents like this fuel opposition and calls for stricter enforcement. As investigations continue, authorities are expected to press the most serious charges against the driver, including reckless homicide. There will also likely be increased scrutiny of the licensing process and employer practices. This tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the human cost when systems fail and policies collide with real-world consequences. In conclusion, the fatal crash caused by an illegal migrant driver performing a dangerous U-turn is a heartbreaking tragedy that has exposed deep divisions in American society. It has sparked urgent debates about immigration, licensing, employer responsibility, and public safety. While the driver must be held accountable for his actions, this incident also calls for a careful examination of the policies and practices that allowed it to happen. Only through balanced, informed dialogue and effective enforcement can similar tragedies be prevented in the future.